things, bad, terrible things.
So, what did you see?
Well, last night I was pumping iron at the gym, trying to get biggest, and then I left, and well, the girl left, and she didn't have a lift home.
Go on.
And then I saw her walking under the bridge.
Is that it? You didn't see anything else?
Oh, I saw a police officer. That's why I'm confused. She went missing.
That's impossible.
What do you mean impossible?
No police were on patrol last night.
Wait, what? But I saw a white police car. I know it was right by the gym.
Sergeant, those haven't been used in 30 years. After the incident.
Wait, what? What incident? What?
I'm not really supposed to disclose this, lads, but many years ago, there was an officer, one who loved his job.
Okay, but what does this have to do with anything?
One day, something changed in him.
Something changed?
Something rather concerning. And then, one fateful night, he, well...
Wait, what is it? Ah! Please officer Malky.
Sir, we have another missing person.
Wait, another missing person?
What? Sorry, Sergeant. We're gonna have to chat about this later.
Yes, I understand. You and Miss Tall Moggy have a lot of things to deal with. Just like, they're almost like I am we. Are you sure you guys are busy? I mean, it looks like we just danced with bun sandwiches. Anyways, guys, that is none of my business. Those shirts are guys. Let's get the heck out of here. Get home and name myself some spicy chips because I do what I can do. I'm a good civilian. I'm good part of the community. Yes. Anyways, let's get home. Guys, is that what I think it is? Is that the old police car they were talking about? The one that hasn't been used in 30 years? Oh my goodness. I think that's the one I saw last night, guys. Quick! Get in the house. Lock the door. Here's what we do. What's inside of that thing, guys? Oh, I can barely see them. What the heck? I think that might be the kidnapper that's going around Brookhaven. Looks like they're now driving off into the distance. Wait a minute. Did they kidnap this person also? Guys, why did they turn back around? What the heck? Please don't tell me they're coming back here. Oh my goodness. Anyway, they're here. Whoa! Why are they outside of my house? Hey! Police officer! I'm bringing the police from you! This happened! Out of here. What the heck? This is giving me the willies, guys! Say, when you lock the door, let me get the heck out of here! What? What was that sound? There's no one there, guys. This is...
Oh, you fuck.
In today's video, I have to survive 100 days in the Arctic. I have 3 objectives. First, create a stage 3 log cabin. Second, defeat Mace the Yeti, the king of the mountains. And third, eliminate Rusty, the leader of the North Pole. Can I survive in these freezing conditions? Stay tuned to find out. Do you want to fight the custom bosses you see in our videos? Consider subscribing to our Patreon. For only $5 a month, you'll have access to our exclusive maps, private SMP server, which features our custom bosses, and much more. Link is in the description.
Mount Everest is a lot bigger in person. It definitely is. All of our training has led us to this moment. Let's get to it. Do you hear that? Avalanche, run!
So on day 1 after surviving an avalanche, I dug myself out of the snow. I was immediately greeted by a stray, so I ran away. Then I fought a zombie under a tree, and afterwards took out that stray from before and started getting myself some wood and tools. After a pretty rough start, I crossed a frozen river to get some wood and look for some food. Luckily, I ended up finding some sheep in the forest. With the sun almost setting already, I started looking for a cave to take shelter in. After a while, I finally found a cave, mined some coal, smelted up my food, and on day 2, I started looking for a new spot to take shelter. While exploring, I ended up finding some weasels and ice spike biome. They ran away when I got too close though. I also ran into a herd of goats. I needed food, but these guys are pretty difficult to catch. So I settled for only catching one. So for day 3, I started gathering more food, got a bunch of wood, and started looking for an ideal place to set up shelter. While searching, I picked up some seeds, smelted up my food, and on day 4, I finally found myself another cave. This one in a much better spot, so I started to set up shelter here. I then renovated the cave for the rest of day 5, and from day 6 through 8, I decided to explore the cave and go mining, and get a bunch of iron, coal, and lapis. That mining trip went over pretty smooth. On day 9, I returned back to base and noticed it was snowing outside. Then made myself a full set of iron armor, tools, and a fishing rod. So on day 10, I decided to go ice fishing. But while I was fishing, I noticed there was someone walking up to the lake who also was wanting to ice fish. Was that painful? I started to chase him immediately, and noticed he was taking me down some strange path. I decided on stopping the chase.
That's real painful.
So I returned back to the lake and started getting some salmon. I captured one in a bucket too, so I built this guy a little pool in my cave. After getting a bunch more salmon from the lake and smelting it up, for the next couple of days, I started searching for the guy that I saw at the lake. And while following the janky-looking path, I crossed over a frozen pond and fell into a polar bear cave. They all started attacking me to try and protect their cubs. And myself, so I ran around the cave picking out the polar bears one by one. And after taking out the polar bears, I felt pretty bad afterwards. So I gave the cubs some leftover fish and started heading back to base. And